Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday, October 4th. You heard that correctly. This is a weekend vlog, and I don't even remember the last time I did one of these, but I get asked a lot about how I balance my life outside of the classroom, yada yada. And I figured this was a good weekend to take you along with me because the theme this weekend is resting and relaxing.
Very spiritual and relaxing
and rejuvenating, and try not to think about school as much as possible, because if you have been following along, you know that I am now less than a week out from my next big powerlifting meet. I'm competing at the Olympia in Las Vegas on October 10th, which is this upcoming Friday. I am 6 days out. And that means this weekend I am trying to get into meet mode. I am trying to make sure my body is recovered. I have to get ready to take 3 days of sub plans this upcoming week. I need to pack my bag, get ready to travel, lock in the last little bits of my nutrition, all of those types of things. So I'm gonna bring you along with me, and we're just gonna kind of hang out. I'm gonna share some of the stuff I'm doing, and we're gonna have a great weekend together. Now, in full transparency, it is already the afternoon, but I feel like that's fitting for the theme of this vlog, of resting and relaxing. I slept in this morning, which I have been trying to do the past couple weekends, mostly because during the week, I only get 4 hours of sleep each night. And while I know that you can't necessarily recover lost sleep, it doesn't really work like that, I'm doing what I can. And so for right now, trying to sleep in on the weekends is better than nothing. But after sleeping in, got up, went to the gym, got my training done for the day. I had an SBD day, which stands for squat, bench, and deadlift. Those are the 3 power lifts. And so this was my last kind of bigger-ish workout, and then I have 2 more training sessions before I compete, but those will be very light, just kind of going through the motions. I got home from the gym and went for a walk. I've been doing 45-minute walks outside every single day. I know I mentioned this in a prior vlog, but I've been doing this challenge. It's a 75-day challenge. You've probably heard of it or know the one that I'm talking about. And while I'm not the biggest fan of the person who created the challenge, and I don't think people should have to have like a strict challenge that they stick to in order to reach their goals. Personally, I really like having check boxes. And so this was a way for me going into this meet prep to have something to follow and boxes to check. So today is actually the very last day. Today is day 75, and I'm really proud of myself for sticking with it, because y'all know it's been a challenging start to the school year. And so the fact that I was able to remain consistent and still check all of the boxes every single day, I think is something to be proud of. So I'm gonna just take a second to kind of acknowledge that for myself. Basically, every day I had to do 2 45-minute workouts. One of them had to be outside. I had to stick to a nutrition plan, so I've been strictly tracking macros since July 22nd, which is the day after Billy's birthday. And I was gonna have to do that anyway for my powerlifting meet prep, so that worked out fine. Drinking a gallon of water a day, that hasn't really been hard for me. I've always been a big water drinker. You also have to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book every day. So I've already finished 2 books. I'm on my 3rd one, which now I'll just kind of finish it at my leisure. But I am reading Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain. I love Anthony Bourdain, rest in peace. But the last one, did I go through all of them? I think so. The last one is taking a progress photo every day. So that was something, first thing in the morning when I woke up, I would take my progress photo. And yeah, that is done. So check, times 75, all done. But now the rest of the day is loosey-goosey. I have errands to run, and I'm gonna take you along with me, but I have to grab some things that I need for my meet. I also need to get a card for one of my coworkers, because I opted in for this fall gift exchange. It was optional, but those of us who are participating, it's almost like a Secret Santa, but for the fall season. And you fill out a survey, and then you end up drawing someone else's survey, and that's the person that you buy gifts for. And there's kind of like a set dollar amount. And then the week that I get back from my powerlifting meet, it's actually the week of my birthday, is when we like exchange the gifts. So I've already gotten a majority of the items. I'll show you those when I get back, but I still need to get a card because when I got the rest of the items, none of the stores had fall cards. They had like Halloween cards, but nothing like fall. So I need to pick up that, and then wherever else my heart desires, we'll just stop into, because today is a me day. We're just going with it. All right, let's do a quick little car haul and go through all the things I got that I really didn't need, but it's fine. First stop was Trader Joe's. Billy's probably gonna be upset that I went without him because typically we only go to Trader Joe's about once a month. We make a trip out of it, but sorry, Billy. They have really cute greeting cards for cheap, and that's where I ended up getting a card. I also got these ketchup flavored lattice potato chips because I had seen these online and they sound good. And then totally didn't need it, but it's just so cute. It's this felted wool pumpkin for decor. I have not decorated yet for fall, but we're gonna make that a goal this weekend. This is the card I ended up getting. Oh, and always get my receipt so that I can scan it on the Fetch app, because y'all know I redeem my points and then I get gift cards. If you haven't signed up, you totally should. You can use my code or something. You get points, I get points, but I've been using it for the past 2 years and I get Amazon gift cards and then get stuff for my classroom. Anyway, this is the card I ended up going with. It says, "It's the fall, enjoy it all." So cute, and 99 cents, can't beat it. Love me some Trader Joe's. I got a couple of protein bars. These are the Bear Bells, which I love these as a protein bar. They taste kind of like a candy bar. This is the pumpkin spice flavor, so it's seasonal. I got 3 of them. I also got some seasonings. Speaking of seasonal, oh, this was another protein bar. Kind of don't remember grabbing this, but I guess I did. It's a Fulfill bar, which I've had before. They're good. I think I just got it for something different. But seasonings, I got the crunchy chili onion, which we have some of this at home, but we're low on it and we really like it. So I wanted to get more. And then y'all know, if you've been following for a while, huge fan of the citrusy garlic seasoning. We put it on almost everything. It's delicious. I love putting it on salads. I got some apple cider soap for, you know, washing hands, but we were low on soap and I figured it's fall scented. Why not? Had to get Ember some things. So I got her these pumpkin maple bacon flavored stuffies. So they're just dog treats. And then these were too cute to pass up. Halloween peanut butter flavor decorated dog treats. And I figured because my parents are gonna be watching her while we are traveling for my meet, we could have some good treats for her to enjoy. Speaking of my parents, I also got, with them in mind, they love, this is so random, these dry roasted and salted almonds from Trader Joe's. They're just basic almonds, but every time I go to Trader Joe's, my parents will ask me to stock up on some for them because they don't have a Trader Joe's near them, so they'll drive all the way down here to go to Trader Joe's. So whenever I go, I also grab them some. And since they're gonna be watching Ember, I said, you know what? The least I can do is show up with some almonds for them. And then, oh yeah, pumpkin butter, because 'tis the season and I do love me some pumpkin butter. So that was it for Trader Joe's. Then I went to TJ Maxx and all I got were 2 clothing items. I was kind of overstimulated. I feel like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, those types of places, when you go in, there is so much stuff everywhere that I don't even enjoy the experience. But I did get this dress because I only ever wear black, and so I'm trying to expand and, you know, have more colors, but I feel like it reminded me of fall. So it's kind of fall vibes, but I live in Texas and it's still over 90 degrees. So the fact that it has kind of fall colors, but yet it's like a short kind of sleeve dress was good. It has like stretchy material in the back. My only gripe is it doesn't have pockets, which I don't love, but it's just kind of a, you know, dress. And then something you should know about me is that I am a sucker for comfy clothes. Sweatpants, sweatshirt, I just want to be comfy all the time. And so I touched these sweatpants and I said, ooh, I need those. This is the most boring purchase ever, but they're literally just a basic drawstring gray sweatpant, but they're super soft on the inside. They have kind of a, what would you call this? I don't know, just a soft material, not fuzzy, but like cozy. And then I'm very particular with my sweatpants. I want them to be loose, but not too loose. And I do not want any kind of cuffing or anything at the bottom. I want them to be just a normal pant. And I feel like sometimes that's hard to find. So I got those. And then I went to Target because I needed some little toiletry size things for travel. I always get makeup remover wipes. And then I feel like every time we go to pack mini toothpaste tubes, I think we have enough and then we never do. So I got another mini toothpaste tube and then also deodorant because I feel like we always run out of that. And listen, Billy and I have been together for 12 years. We share deodorant and we have shared deodorant for a long time. I love the smell of Old Spice, so that's what we wear. So I got us a little mini one. It's the Fiji scent, which I really like. And then while I was, I also got, this is baby powder, but when you compete in powerlifting, you put baby powder on your legs for deadlift. That way, if the bar is sliding up your skin, it slides up easily and doesn't get stuck. It reduces friction, but not relevant to anyone that doesn't compete in powerlifting. I also got, while I was there, some candy. So when I compete, I like to have just quick carb sources. You want like fast acting carbs, AKA sugar. And so I got Sour Patch Kids watermelon, which I love, but I also wanted to make sure I had some sour things in case, I know this is gross, but sometimes if you are trying to make weight, you will spit into a cup. And so you want sour candy that will help you salivate so that you can then lose like a little bit of weight from spitting. It's all sports at the top level are weird, okay? Powerlifting is no different. And then I've never tried these before, but I do love Mike and Ike's, and these were sour watermelon. I just don't imagine them actually being sour. I feel like most sour candy is not actually sour. But regardless, I love watermelon as a flavor. So got both of those. And then I also got some snack baggies because we were low on them, and I'm gonna be packing like protein powder and stuff like that. And it's just easiest when I travel to put it in snack bags. And then also candy corn. I just got a little teeny tiny bag, but this will be another quick carb source during my meet. And I love candy corn. If you're one of those people that think candy corn tastes like wax, we can't be friends, or we can, and I'll just eat all your candy corn. These are for Billy. We call them Goodles. I've heard they're actually pronounced Goodles, but I like Goodles better, so we call them Goodles. But we love this as a brand. It's just a like mac and cheese. It's slightly higher in protein. I don't think it makes a big difference. We just love the flavors. And they started making these bigger boxes. Billy has not yet tried the Queso Tell Me More, so I got that for him. And then this was on an end cap. And y'all know I love goldfish, and I do love pumpkin spice flavored things. Sue me. And I wanted to get these, the pumpkin spice graham. So that was it. Let me get home and show you the fall gift basket. So to go with the card, this is the little fall basket, or in this case bag, that I am putting together. Now the bag itself I got from Marshall's. It has a little jack-o'-lantern face, and then there's this little ghosty tag that says Happy Halloween, and it's kind of a felt material. Now, each of us participating in this fall gift exchange filled out what I'm gonna call like a favorite survey. So we put color preferences, we put scent preferences, favorite snacks, would we rather have candles or essential oils, things like that. So the items that I chose to get for the basket are all based on her preferences. She said she likes chips for a salty snack, and obviously that's very broad. So I decided to play it safe and just go with sea salt, but I got these waffle cut chips, which are from Central Market. Central Market is almost like H-E-B's Whole Foods. So H-E-B is like our most popular grocery store chain here in Texas, and Central Market, we actually have one here in Austin. I love the store, but they also sell some of their items at a regular H-E-B. So I picked those up, and then she also likes Diet Dr. Pepper. And then I did get some tissue paper to go in. So when I stuff it and make it look cute, that will go inside. Now, she said she prefers essential oils to candles. So I opted for this from, what's that store called? I always want to call it Bed Bath & Beyond. No, Bath & Body Works. And these are like the fragrance warmer refill things that go in your wall. I don't know, but this is the football season scent, and she also is a football fan, so I was like, yeah, it's kind of a play on that, but she prefers more like caramelly scents and like warm scents versus strictly pumpkin, and like definitely not floral. So this one, when I smelled it, I was like, yeah, I feel like that kind of fits the bill. And then I got one of the actual pieces that it fits into that goes in your wall, and I went with just plain black. That way it goes with everything. So that kind of covers the scent realm. Now some more snacks, because you can never have enough snacks. And I feel like for gift basket things like this, snacks are always nice because once you use them, they're gone. And sometimes we give people a lot of stuff and then it's stuff they don't need, like mugs and socks and whatnot. So she really likes chocolate covered pretzels, and then she also likes caramel. So I found these, I want to say also at Marshall's. So these are milk chocolate caramel and pretzel clusters. So that's kind of more on like the sweet and salty side. And then just for sweet, she really likes Reese's, so I had to get some of the Reese's pumpkins. And then, oh, this is not for her. I was wondering where I put this, so I'm happy I found it. Next weekend, when I'm traveling for my meet, I'm actually competing on Billy and I's wedding anniversary. It's our 5-year wedding anniversary. And so even though we're not gonna be able to celebrate on our anniversary in like the traditional sense because of me competing, I did wanna make sure I had a card. So I grabbed this, I wanna say, did I get this from H-E-B? I might have, but it says 80% of marriage is figuring out where to go or what to have for dinner. And then it says, happy anniversary to the best decision I ever made. It's very fitting for us. So I need to put that to the side and take care of that. But then for school supplies, she said she really likes sticky notes. So I went with these ghost sticky notes to kind of fit the spooky season. I think that's it. Yes, I was gonna say, I know when I started picking this up, I was worried it wasn't all gonna fit in the bag. So those are the items going into the bag. I just need to fill out the card and then assemble it all together. And then dinner tonight, I'm showing this because it's delicious and it's really easy to throw together. We're actually having leftovers. Last night I made this spaghetti squash pad thai. It's a recipe from Lily Eats and Tells. I will link it for you. But it's as easy as throwing it in a bowl, heating it up in the microwave, putting some green onions on it when it ends. Oh, there we go, there's mine. And dinner is served. Also, I did go ahead and put on my new sweatpants, and I can confirm they are just as comfy as I was hoping they'd be. It is now Sunday. Billy is making his first appearance in the vlog. We are headed to the gym, and then we're gonna go straight to the grocery store. It's gonna be a lighter shop because we're gonna be gone for a majority of the week. Get home, meal prep creamies, do a little bit of laundry, a little bit of housework, put out the pumpkins. It's gonna be a good day.
Should be a good day. In case so I get hungry.
Here's the little grocery haul. We didn't need much because, again, we're gonna be gone Wednesday through Sunday, plus we already have chicken in the fridge. So we stocked up on almond milk. I always get the unsweetened vanilla, and I get 2 at a time because I use them to make creamies, which I will show you. Big bag of frozen broccoli. I use this for my meal prep. Usually I use 1 full bag for 5 meals, but because I am only meal prepping 2 nights, there will be extra broccoli, which will just go in the freezer. Ground turkey, which I'm gonna use some of this for the 2 lunches, and then the rest we're gonna use tonight for a kind of turkey taco salad. So we also picked up some pico, just faster and easier than trying to make it from scratch. Billy got these queso poblano chicken sausages because they were on sale. He's gonna eat that today with football. I could not resist some of the pumpkin spice things. I've been looking for this, the Laughing Cow cheese in the pumpkin spice flavor, and then this pumpkin goat cheese. I love goat cheese. So this will be part of our like snack cootery that we do after my meet. Speaking of my meat, a couple of things I am packing to have for meals on Wednesday and Thursday before I compete. These are little microwavable rice kind of portions, and I really like that it comes with 2 portions so you can heat up one at a time, and I love basmati rice. And then some tuna packets to mix in for protein. These are the Bumblebee brand. I just get whatever is cheapest, and I wanted the Chipotle flavor, and the HEB brand was out of Chipotle, so I went with the Bumblebee. Also for my meat, I always have Rice Krispie treats, so I went with the Bliss chocolate sea salt pretzel. I love like a salty sweet combo. And then pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts. I will probably have some of these during the meet, but then also after. I just wanted to grab them while we were there. These are Billy's football snacks for the day. And then I love this Like Air brand. It's almost like it's puff corn. So it's kind of like Pirate's Booty. That's what it reminds me of. But the jalapeno cheddar flavor is so good. And it was on sale. So I went ahead and snagged some of that. Next on the list is meal prepping. So I'm gonna prep lunches. I usually will chop up stuff for dinners like veggies and things like that just so they're ready to go, and it makes it that much faster throughout the week. I also prep creamies. We'll get to that, but you will notice I did go ahead and put pumpkins out. So the pumpkins have arrived. I didn't go overboard. I just kind of placed them in some random spots around the house. For example, here and here and here and here and here in the kitchen and here in the kitchen, along with a little mini cinnamon broom, which I love to have this time of year. And then also here in the entryway, this is that felt pumpkin that I got from Trader Joe's, and I let Billy pick out the letterboard.
Any blow to the pumpkin itself could prove fatal to me.
So this is the lunch I've been eating on repeat since the start of the school year because it's quick and easy to put together, it's cheap, it's nutritious, and right now it's helping me meet my goals. So it's not anything fancy, it's not like the tastiest meal I've ever had, but if you're looking for something that is quick and easy and cheap, I got you. So basically that bag of frozen broccoli, I just pour it right into the container. I don't heat it, I don't cook it, I just put the frozen broccoli into my lunch containers. By the way, these are the Rubbermaid Brilliance containers. I have the glass ones and they come in different sizes. So this is like the short size, but there's also like a taller version and then even a more thin version than this. Then on top of the frozen broccoli, I put some of the G. Hughes sweet chili sauce. I absolutely love this stuff. It's kind of hard to find, like not every store carries it, so I stock up when I can, but I know like Walmart has it, or at least the Walmart near me. Then I top it with some extra red pepper flakes, and then I put ground turkey on top. So I literally just cooked up the ground turkey. I seasoned it with salt, garlic powder, paprika, and red pepper flakes. I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit, but I'm just gonna put some of the ground turkey on top, and that is it. I put them in the fridge. I take it with me to school. I heat it up for 3 minutes, bada bing, bada boom, that's it. Because I'm only prepping 2 lunches, I'm gonna have leftover ground turkey, which Billy and I are gonna use for like a turkey taco salad tonight. But typically, this big 40-ounce bag of frozen broccoli cuts and 1 pound of ground turkey gets me the perfect amount for 5 meals for an entire school week. And that's another reason I love this, is because I can just buy those 2 items. I already have the sweet chili sauce at home, I already have the seasonings, and I know that that will get me through a week, and then I don't have a bunch of like random leftovers that I'm trying to use up. Next up is prepping my Ninja Creamies. Now, if you've never heard of a Ninja Creamy, this is what the appliance looks like. It basically turns a frozen pint into ice cream. So this is what it looks like when it's prepped and frozen. So you mix up the liquid and then you freeze it in the pint containers. And then whenever you're ready to have your ice cream, you just put it here in the machine. So it goes in this little holder, there's a top, you choose your setting and it turns it into ice cream. And I absolutely love it. For me, It's a way for me to satisfy my sweet tooth and get in some extra protein, and I can control the ingredients that are going in it. I have a total of 9 pints. So as you can see, I already have one frozen, and then I just prep as many as I can. So I'm gonna be making 8 batches. Today, I've decided to do chocolate peanut butter. Now, sometimes I change up the flavors and I'll do like 3 that are one flavor, 3 that are another, but I'm just keeping it simple and I'm gonna prep all 8 to be chocolate peanut butter. But I will put in about 350 milliliters of almond milk. I will do a scoop of protein powder. My favorite brand is PE Science. It is a whey casein blend, so it makes it a little bit thicker than like a traditional just whey protein powder. And I love the flavor options that they have. I'm using the chocolate peanut butter cup. I'm also gonna add in some PB Fit, which is just a powdered peanut butter, just to kind of enhance the peanut butter flavor. I will do a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. I also sometimes do guar gum. I just happen to be out of guar gum right now. This is basically a thickening agent. It gives it more of like that ice cream consistency rather than being kind of like icy. And then I will sweeten to taste. I'm just using like a stevia powder. And then I also have some of this Torani sugar-free peanut butter cup flavored syrup. These are like the coffee syrups. I grab them at like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, places like that. And I have it on hand and it matches the flavor. So we're gonna add a little bit of that in. But I just mix mine up in these like little single serve blender cup pieces, and then I pour them into the pints, and then as you saw, I put them in the freezer. They have to freeze for at least 24 hours so that they get completely frozen solid, and then this is what you put into the machine each night to make up the ice cream. Oh, and last minute addition, I'm also gonna add in some cocoa powder because that just sounds really good right now. But that being said, I'm gonna wrap up this vlog because other than doing laundry and packing and then watching some football and hopefully watching some Gilmore Girls, I'm still working through that. It's been my little comfort show. I'm just gonna have a nice relaxing rest of my Sunday. And I'm really proud of myself because I have not gone on to emails. I have not worked on any slides. I haven't graded any papers. Like the most school related thing that I worked on was putting together that gift basket. And I think that's acceptable because y'all know I love gift giving and that's not really school related. It's more like social related. So hopefully you enjoyed hanging out with me for the weekend and just kind of seeing a glimpse into a weekend in my life. Obviously, every weekend is different, and especially this weekend because I'm getting ready for my meet. This was a very atypical weekend for me, but maybe you got some ideas or just enjoyed the company. I don't know. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And as always, thank you for watching. I love you so much. Don't forget to put your positive pants on, and I will catch you in the next one.